right now on News Channel 8 at 8.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Benson. Thanks so much for being with us on this Friday night. Julie is in with a check of our what am I going to say? The
weekend weather?
The weekend weather forecast.
Yes.
A lot of people making plans, getting out of town, and all of a sudden, magically, the weather is going to be perfect.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be a lot warmer. A lot of clouds for this weekend, but today was kind of the start of the warming trend. Topped out at 77 officially in Tampa today, 75 in Clearwater and in St. Pete, made it up to 80 in Sarasota, and that's just a sign of things to come. You can see across the state we're tracking some pretty warm temperatures right now, mid to upper 60s currently across the Tampa Bay area. And as we do head through tonight, temperatures expected to only drop back into the mid 60s. So it's going to be a very warm evening for us. I will have a look at your full forecast for the weekend coming up.
All right, Julie, thanks again. You can check Max Defender 8 on your phone. Just download the Max Defender 8 app for free. You can find it in your app store. Now to some breaking news in St. Petersburg. 2 children were hit by a car along 18th Avenue South. We're told both kids were taken to the hospital and their conditions are unknown at this point, but the driver did stop and is now cooperating with authorities. A scary sight for passengers on a Tampa-bound plane after a piece of the engine cover just came off during takeoff. News Channel 8's Chip Osowski is at TIA tonight.
Frontier Flight 260 was heading here to Tampa from Las Vegas when the flight experienced what's being called an engine malfunction. A passenger on the plane snapped this picture. A piece of the engine cover gone. The pilots radioed the tower asking for permission to turn around.
Departure Frontier 260, I think we got something wrong with one of our engines. They're saying there's something on fire or something out there.
Frontier Flight 260, someone in the airport said that they just told us no, your second engine cowling appears open or something like that.
Okay, we need to declare emergency back to the airport.
The cause of that malfunction remains under investigation. At TIA, I'm Chip Osowski, News Channel 8.
Tonight, Hillsborough County deputies searching for a violent robber and caught on camera. The victim noticed the guy in the orange vest tampering with the tires of his car parked in the driveway on Clifton Street, and he confronted him. The robber takes out a gun and hits him in the face with it. He then forces the victim into the house. Now, the thief gets away with watches, jewelry, and the victim's wallet. A woman with Tampa ties is missing in Costa Rica. She visited the Central American country with her sister-in-law who lives in Riverview and never got on her flight back to Florida. Now, these are pictures of Carla Stefaniak on the trip. Her sister-in-law, April Burton, returned on Monday, but Stefaniak was supposed to fly back to Florida on Tuesday, which was her birthday, but she dropped off social media and stopped texting family and friends. Then she missed her flight.
The people were so nice. They were so great. You know, I feel like she got this false sense of security.
Family members have reached out to the U.S. government to try to get some help. Almost 3 weeks after the tragic shooting of a mother of 5 in St. Petersburg, the victim's fiancé and his children will be able to stay in their house. Since the November 11th shooting, the family worried about being evicted, but that is delayed for now. Detectives tell us Jamal Walker fired multiple rounds at a passing truck. One of the bullets hit Aisha Kendrick as she sat on her porch eating breakfast. The fiancé tells us he won't have to move until the first of the year.
How'd you make it happen?
Just family, friends, and the good citizens of St. Petersburg.
Really? Some donations too?
Yeah, it's just awesome, just real good.
29-year-old Jamal Walker is facing numerous charges, including second-degree murder. He's being held at the Pinellas County Jail. And a terrifying ordeal. A woman says a coyote killed her dog and attacked her. News Channel 8's Melissa Marino has this heartbreaking story.
Good evening to you. Olga Colon is here at Brandon Regional with very serious injuries. Tonight, she is telling her story to warn others. Battered and bruised, but thankful to be alive.
Not only she was worried about her dog, but worried about her life.
The terrifying attack happened around 6:30 Wednesday evening in Olga Colon's Sefner neighborhood. The 83-year-old took her Chihuahua Pinky on their usual walk.
The coyote came out of nowhere and started attacking her and the dog, but then when she went to go pick up the dog, it threw her to the ground.
It ripped the Chihuahua out of her hands and nearly took off her finger. Despite the physical pain, all Olga can think about is Pinky.
Yeah, she says that the reason she's going through this situation with the surgery and her finger being attached is because she tried to save the dog, and trying to save him, the coyote chewed her finger off.
The attack happened within feet of an elementary school. FWC can't confirm it's a coyote yet, but they're treating it like one. They're increasing patrols, especially before and after school. Olga is traumatized, but wants to share her story to warn others.
Yeah, she says that she will never again walk around her neighborhood, and she'll be a lot more careful when she goes into her home because that there's many kids in her neighborhood, and that they need to be aware that this could happen to anybody.
Olga still has a very long road of recovery ahead. Doctors are hoping she doesn't lose her finger. She will also have to go to rehab for her injuries. In Brandon, Melissa Marino, News Channel 8.
A Pasco County girl who claimed a man tried to abduct her this week made the whole story up. Pasco detectives say a friend dared her to do it. Typically, a false report such as this would come with criminal charges, but because the girl is only 10 years old, no charges will be filed. And a stomach bug kept 100 students home sick from a school in Citrus County on Wednesday. Other students got off the bus at Crystal River Primary School vomiting. District officials remind parents to keep kids home if they're sick to their stomachs. And you can expect to hear more noise around MacDill Air Force Base starting Monday. That's because fighter pilots will be conducting a deployment exercise. That training will last for about 2 weeks. Another Bay Area town is installing license plate cameras to help fight crime. News Channel 8's John Rogers reports now from Manatee County.
Good evening. Police hope these cameras will not only help keep this beach community safe, but help the region as a whole. Criminals beware. Very soon, when you drive into Holmes Beach, the police will be watching. City commissioners have just approved a 5-year, $105,000 project to install license plate cameras at entry points into the city.
I think it had to happen. The crime and the stuff that's gone on here has gotten so bad.
It's the same system currently used by Longboat Key Police. The cameras scan every plate and checks them against state and national databases, looking for any violations or crimes. Longboat Key Police have had great success. The police chief tells us the cameras help solve many crimes, including the 2017 Zoda Beach Resort murders. But some people don't like the idea of being watched.
They're going to chase people away if they do that. If they want tourists to come here, they better leave them alone.
Officials say the cameras will be installed sometime early next year. On Holmes Beach, John Rogers, News Channel 8.
And a reminder, News Channel 8's Kindness Day is on Friday, December 7th. We'd love for you to join us. All you have to do is drive through our donation center from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. with your gifts. Now we're collecting teddy bears for the Rough Riders, so any teddy bear you want to drop off. Other toys, unwrapped toys, food, and cash. You can even give the gift of life by stopping and donating blood. It's very easy. Just pull in and pull out, and we hope to see you there. Downtown Tampa is shining a little brighter tonight. The tree is lit, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up, we're going to take you there and show you the Bay Area's Christmas spirit up close and personal. Plus,
they know how to steal your food, and Uber Eats is highly aware of it, and they are doing nothing about it.
A Bay Area mom has a warning for anyone thinking about ordering food from Uber Eats. With no food and no refund, this mom knew she'd better call Benkin. Shannon shows you the loophole that's letting drivers take off with your order. And here's a live look at Curtis Hickson Park in downtown Tampa from our News Channel 8 Tower Cam. You can't see it, but that's where the tree is, so we're going to show you that soon. If you want to go check it out for yourself as well, head down there. But your Storm Team 8 forecast with Julie Phillips is straight ahead.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look in the 5 and 10.
Hey, it sure is, but where are the skaters? All over the country, Christmas lights and Christmas trees are popping up. Rockefeller Plaza is certainly a buzz tonight. Well, I thought it was a buzz, but I don't see any skaters out there. It's beautiful regardless. There's some people behind the tree there. But here in the Bay Area, we finally got a little Christmas in Tampa. The tree at Curtis Hickson Park finally lit up. And News Channel 8's Keith Kate was there to help flip the switch. Take a look.
3, 2, 1! Merry Christmas!
Kind of sounds like Santa, doesn't he? This happened about 45 minutes ago, so you can still get down there and enjoy some of the festivities. He's still yelling out there. That's awesome. But our own Victoria Price was in the crowd talking to those welcoming Christmas right here to the Bay Area.
Hey,
Hey, good evening. The holiday season is officially upon us here in downtown Tampa. This beautiful tree behind me finally lit up. We are so excited. What a gorgeous sight to have here downtown in Curtis Hickson Park. Now, the big show was a few minutes ago, the lighting officially of the tree, but there's still a lot of fun going on down here at Curtis Hickson. There's a movie on the big screen. There's ice skating down by the water. There's food, there's vendors, and of course, a lot of families. This is a fantastic family event. We spoke to families that have been out here all night. Some of them, this is their first time coming out here. Others, they've been coming here every year. They say this is a great family tradition. I did ask after a few cold days, that little cold snap we had there, if they thought the warmer weather tonight kind of ruined that Christmas feel, kind of ruined the festivities. They said no, not at all. This is Florida festive. In fact, a lot of the families said that they really enjoyed the warmer weather we were having for this outdoor event tonight. Here's some of the folks I spoke to earlier.
It's pretty easy to get to. They got easy access parking right around the corners here, and the vendors and all are pretty cool. Just Christmas lights, and I had gauges, so put hoops in my ears.
Merry Christmas from my family to yours.
So there you have it. It's been such a fun night down here in downtown Tampa. This is my first time covering the tree lighting ceremony, but I certainly hope it will not be my last. Reporting in downtown Tampa, Victoria Price, News Channel 8.
If you've been cheated, when you need help, she's on your side. Better call Bacon.
No food, no refund. Some customers of Uber Eats claim a loophole allows drivers to eat their food. A Lutz woman claims her delivery driver picked up her $60 order and kept the food for himself. When Uber told her, sorry, there's nothing we can do, that's when she knew she'd better call Bankin.
It was 2 days before Thanksgiving, and busy mom Angel Diaz was prepping for her holiday meal. So she used her Uber Eats app to order that night's dinner for her family.
I have 6 kids, and yeah, it was a big order.
The app notified her when her $60 order was picked up from Glory Days in Lutz. The restaurant is just 5 miles from her house, so she was shocked when this next message came.
All of a sudden, I got a text from them stating that my order had been canceled and I was going to receive no refund at all.
Customer service later sent this email, quote, I can't provide a refund for this order since you were unavailable when the delivery partner tried to deliver your order. Angel says that's not true.
You are 100% confident no one tried to come?
Mm-mm.
No one called you?
No.
No one knocked at the door?
No.
Suspicious and angry, she went to Facebook and saw pages and pages of other Uber Eats customers complaining about canceled orders. Then this, an online forum of people who claim to be Uber Eats drivers explaining a loophole that allows them to score free meals. If they try to deliver but the customer doesn't answer, drivers say they keep the food. One writes, quote, full rack of ribs this weekend, yum. Another, I always wanted to try the food from this place. Then he ends his comment with, thanks, entitled Snowflake. And one driver offers this advice, 1 cancel per 50 deliveries shouldn't be a problem. Comments like these and Uber's reaction to her complaint leaves Angel furious.
They know how to steal your food, and Uber Eats is highly aware of it, and they are doing nothing about it.
A spokeswoman for Uber Eats tells me that after my phone call, the company has decided to give Angel a refund. She tells me that they're investigating to find out exactly what happened here, but that this driver has never had a complaint before. I'm Shannon Bankin, 8 on your side.
And if you have a problem that needs solving, better call Bankin. There's the number on your screen. It's 1-855-BANKIN.
Now, Max Defender 8, the radar built for Tampa Bay weather, and your Storm Team 8 forecast with meteorologist Julie Phillips.
And we're tracking mostly dry conditions on Max Defender 8 right now. Our live sweep going around, not tracking much in the way of rain, although we can't rule out a couple of sprinkles as we do head through tonight. Big picture wise, you can see the cloud cover that's moved in for the later half of today. It's going to stick around as we head through tonight. There's some deeper moisture north of us towards Tallahassee, and that's where we're expecting to see more of the showers and storms heading into tomorrow, but still a chance of rain here as well. Here's that setup for you. We've got a cold front off to the north and west, and we're expecting more of the widespread showers and storms to be across the southeast out ahead of this area of low pressure. We're far enough south where our rain will be a little bit more widely scattered, a little bit more isolated, but Saturday evening there is a little bit of a better chance to see a few showers and storms around. Temperatures right now in the mid to upper 60s. It's still 72 in Tampa, 66 in Lakeland, 68 in Sarasota. As we do head through tonight, temperature is going to slowly drop back just a few more degrees. So when you wake up tomorrow, it'll be 64 in Land O'Lakes, 66 in Clearwater, 66 in Sun City Center, 67 in St. Pete, 66 in Tampa, and 65 in Winter Haven. So going to be a very mild night for us when you step out the door tomorrow morning. Pleasant to begin with, into the mid 70s by noon, and then we'll top out near 80 tomorrow afternoon with a few showers or storms developing. Heading through our forecast model, you can see the mostly cloudy skies that will stay with us through the overnight hours. As we head into Saturday morning, some extra clouds will move in. It'll be a very mild start. And then into the afternoon, we warm up from there. So it's going to be warm with that southeasterly flow. You notice the heavy rainfall expected north of us in North Florida. But here in the Tampa Bay area, the rain will be a little bit more isolated in nature. It's calling for just a 40% chance of rain. But it looks like a lot of the heavier stuff will stay to the north. Sunday morning, unseasonably warm, will be in the low 70s to start the day. And then by the afternoon hours, a couple of showers will be possible. Mostly cloudy skies redeveloping there. So if you have plans to head out to the Bucks game, look for a good deal of cloud cover around, so not too much sunshine out at Ray J. 79 degrees and a 20% chance of a quick passing shower at the stadium during the game. As our ridge builds in over us, it's definitely going to stay warm through Monday. Then by Tuesday, our next cold front arrives. This brings in a cooler air mass for the middle of next week. So our 8-day temperatures, you can see remaining warm over the next several days, then dropping back into the mid 60s as we head past the cold front on Wednesday and Thursday, and then warming back up again pretty quickly from there. Average for right now, 75 degrees. And as we take a look at our 6 to 10 day outlook, you can see most of the continental U.S., including the Tampa Bay area, expecting cooler than normal temperatures over the next week or so. So after we get through the weekend, it definitely begins to cool off. We'll be in the 80s through Sunday, and then you can see our temperatures dropping back, especially for Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Julie, thank you. He fought for our country in World War II, but never received the proper burial. 75 years later, that is all changing. Coming up, we're going to tell you the story of the Purple Heart Medal recipient who is now in his final resting place. And don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook. Just open up the app and search for WFLA News Channel 8.
This is the land of the great, where you can shoot for the stars. All that I need is a break so I can play my guitar. But the city's a jungle.
Welcome back. Live look at Fifth Avenue in New York City tonight, courtesy of EarthCam. As you can see, traffic rolling through there. People are probably in a pretty good mood because the holiday season is upon us. Back here in the Bay Area, a live look at Max Defender 8. Boy, it is quiet out there. Julie's going to join us again in a moment with an update. Tonight, a Bay Area Marine is laid to rest at home decades after dying in World War II. News Channel 8's Rod Carter joins us now from Bushnell.
Good evening. December 16th, 1941, a young man from Pasco County enlisted in the Marine Corps and went to fight in World War II. He was killed 2 years later, and it wasn't until today, 75 years later, that he finally made it back home. A somber return home for Marine Private First Class Robert Zehetner, who enlisted days after Pearl Harbor to serve his country.
It's a miracle.
Janann Smith is PFC Zehetner's younger sister.
I was 6 when he went in and he was 17.
Though she was young, she does remember he did it because he loves our country.
Pearl Harbor happened on the 7th, December 7th, and he enlisted on the 16th. Right away. I'm sure he had buddies at school that said, let's go over there and end this thing, probably, is what they said.
Zehetner died in combat 2 years later, but they had no idea what happened to him. He was buried in the Pacific Rim until 1949 and then moved to Honolulu, where he remained unidentified. And then his little sister took a big leap of faith.
I sent my DNA in. You know, they requested my DNA, and I sent it in about 1.5 years, and I didn't hear anything, and I thought, well, it's just not going to work, you know, and I just got given up.
But now the Purple Heart Medal recipient is finally back home.
The Marines are the greatest people in the world. I really think they are. They've done so much for me to do this. I hate to cry.
Private First Class Zehetner graduated from Pasco County High School. His parents, all of his other siblings except Janann, all passed away in recent years. That's why she was so determined to bring him back home. In Bushnell, Rod Carter, News Channel 8.
And coming up, a major disaster up in Alaska. A 7.0 earthquake rattles Anchorage, destroying roads and buildings there. We're going to take a look at all the damage. Plus,
we're paying big bucks to transport Medicaid recipients to doctor's appointments. So why are people being stranded?
The commercial. And a live look downtown Tampa. Beautiful night. As you can see from our News Channel 8 tower cam, they're playing the Santa Claus tonight down at Curtis Hickson, so get out there and enjoy the start of the Christmas season if you'd like. Your weekend forecast with Julie Phillips straight ahead.